Profoundly proud of his heritage, Browns linebacker Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah wears colorful African clothing to the stadium on game day. His choice of garments earned him recognition from GQ as the NFL's most stylish player. On Sunday, he made a more serious fashion statement, becoming the first Cleveland player to wear a padded Guardian cap in a regular season game. "I'll wear it again," he said Wednesday. Owusu-Koramoah is one of a handful of players league-wide choosing to use the protective cap, a foam covering that fits over their helmets and is meant to limit the risk of concussions, in the season's first 2 weeks. The NFL mandated their use during training camp and practice, leaving it optional to players for games. The league said 6 players wore the caps in Week 1 and 7 in Week 2. Also, the league said the cap reduced concussions approximately 50% over the past 2 preseasons. Owusu-Koramoah said he considered wearing one against Jacksonville in Week 2 before Miami quarterback Tua Tagovailoa suffered a concussion during a nationally televised game. Tagovailoa's injury has prompted deeper discussions among players and fans about head injuries and safety. A second-round draft pick in 2021 from Notre Dame, Owusu-Koramoah said the Browns haven't discussed Tagovailoa's situation as a team per se, but said the injury will likely prompt more players to wear the caps. "I believe that it's always kind of the case," he said. "The more cases you see of certain things dealing with the head, the more the league may try to mandate it or maybe coaches may recommend it. We'll see. It was good for me. I'm sure that we'll have other guys continue to try it as the year goes on, and whether it looks cool or not, I think it looks better with our helmet than it does with the other helmets." Owusu-Koramoah didn't wear the cap in the September 8th opener against Dallas. While he felt adequately protected, the 24-year-old said one jarring hit convinced him that he wanted even more security. "I had one of those hits and I was like, okay, this is nice," he said. "But I wanted to get in there and absolutely feel nothing. And I think that, to be honest, I had a good time." One of the deeper thinkers in Cleveland's locker room, Owusu-Koramoah is also a devoted vegan and is as comfortable discussing his spirituality or the best way to shed an offensive lineman's block on a blitz. Owusu-Koramoah acknowledged there's a stigma attached to the cap, which could be viewed by some as less than manly. He's caught grief in the past from teammates questioning why he wears other protective gear like elbow or shin pads. He'll take all the heat because he won't cut corners or take any unnecessary risks when it comes to his health and future. Owusu-Koramoah believes other players will follow as the cap becomes more accepted. "Of course, the focus is the here and the now," he said. "But then we as men, as people, as humans, we also have to plan for the future and things like that. So I think wearing the Guardian cap, part of that was the decision, right? To make sure I could find ways to preserve myself at the highest capacity." Browns DE Myles Garrett, foot, was not on the field during the portion of practice open to reporters. The reigning NFL Defensive Player of the Year sat out a few plays in Sunday's win, but said afterward the injury won't keep him out. Coach Kevin Stefanski said T. David Njoku, ankle, is unlikely to play Sunday against the New York Giants. RT DeJuan Jones, knee, also sat out after hurting the same knee he had surgery on in December against the Jaguars. Jones said he's sore but expects to play. Jones' injury further complicates Cleveland's issues at tackle with starters Jedrick Wills Jr. and Jack Conklin still working their way back from knee surgeries.